Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Righto, let's start this one, entertainment only, and what I want to have a look at, popped into my head a couple of earlier today, Alex Whiting. Now, I'm going to use the Runic Tarot. It's quite a dark deck, and it's not usually one that I would use for someone like Alex Whiting, but I think I'm being drawn to actually use this deck. I've got my little runic cheat sheet here for me as well, and I've literally just written down Alex Whiting. Got nothing else on there whatsoever. Now, Alex Whiting is currently, if I have a look at his profile, is currently Professor Alex Whiting. Doesn't half look like Superman of old. He is the Professor of Practice at Harvard Law School, teaches, writes and consults on domestic and international criminal prosecution issues. He was from 2010 to 2013, he was in the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court at The Hague, where he served first in as an investigations coordinator. Now, don't forget, what's actually missing from this? What's missing from this little blurb that I'm looking at him is that Alex Whiting, don't forget, in 2021, 22, can't remember exactly what year, was brought on board by Jack Smith to investigate, and there's the King of Swords as I'm shuffling my Jack Smith card. Jack Smith, Alex Whiting, and there is a cat's tail. Look at this tail. It's like a bloomin' raccoon, that one. Come on, Nix. Come on, say hello. Say hello, and then I'll put you down on the floor. There she is. I swear she's a raccoon Lima cross. She's actually, if you're wondering, she's a domestic tabby cat. Her two brothers were ginger, so she's not anything fancy like a Maine Coon or anything like that. But yeah, what a tail. Someone said you've bought yourself a tail with a cat attached, and I think it pretty much is. So Alex Whiting, going back, remember he was brought on board by Jack Smith in investigations into the RICO charges. RICO is racketeering and money laundering and all the rest of it. So I want to have a look now. Jack Smith in his testimony, and oh my goodness, wasn't that just an attempt by Jim Jordan, the failed lawyer, failed his bar exam however many times, and those involved, first of all, trying to butt cover themselves, but also trying to discredit Jack Smith. Now, there was no discrediting him. He is eons above the likes of Jim Jordan and the others in the regime GOP that are trying to undermine him. But I want to know what Alex Whiting is up to. Professor in Harvard. Okay, right. What's flipped over there? Working behind the scenes, diligently, determinedly working behind the scenes. Now, pentacles are also about money. So this is about the money. But he's playing it cool with that Three of Cups there. Who, me? I'm not doing anything. Let's have a look. Alex Whiting. Haven't heard from him since, didn't hear about him at the time either. So let's have a look. What's Alex Whiting up to? What's Alex Whiting up to? And then I'm going to grab a couple of cards from the predictions deck. Predictions? Or, well, they're the ones my guides maybe get out. I was going to say have another, the true crime, but they're telling me the predictions. Okay, Alex Whiting. What's Alex Whiting up to? Come on down. Right, the Three of Wands. Information coming in from overseas, talking with those overseas, ships going in and out of the harbour. Three figures standing here with a wand each, so it's not one with a wand, it's three. And this symbol here is very much about justice, leadership, honor, and authority. So this is, yeah, okay, this is, I'd say he is, I don't know how else to put that. He is in communication with those overseas. Oh, Five of Pentacles on the bottom. Out in the cold, the destruction. Don't know that this is Jack Smith. This might be what he's about to be bringing, financial destruction. Okay. Second signifier here is the Seven of Wands, bringing down the wrath upon those below. Okay. Is that a challenge, or is that what he's about to bring? Or is about to be brought? Seven of Wands, again, information, communications, defending oneself against those that would attack. Right, the energy that he's in at the moment is the Ten of Swords, but there is no back that these swords are in. All these swords are being plunged into the ground in this barren landscape in what looks like almost pretty much a cemetery, a grave here. Insight, communication, true vision. I don't know what all these runes mean because I don't have them all on my cheat sheet, but there's enough here. This confidence in the self. This is also friends and enemies and social order in this barren tree. So social order has been strung up in this tree. But here at the base we've got, as I said, communication, insight. So the energy that he's stewing in at the moment is pretty much staying out of sight as this social order, this tree of social order dies off. Keeping out of sight of friends and enemies, but this swords of truth, bringing it to an end so that the phoenix can then rise again. Endings mean new beginnings. So the energy he's stewing in is that he has all the information, but it was brought to an end. Right. The past, the moon, good fighting evil to bring the secrets to light, protecting all that is good. The moon card revealing in the past, he's got information, a lot of it. Right, the Eight of Cups is the energy over. This is in the here and now. This is the crusty old dragon chewing on the branch while the squirrel takes off. Now, the Eight of Cups is normally the walking away, taking off with an unexpected message. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is the regime thinks it's got it all under control, the crusty old dragon chewing on the dead branch of that tree there. But the nimble squirrel is going to bring the unexpected. The immediate future, the Ten of Cups, an ending. Again, two tens, an ending of the Emperor, the celebration of the Emperor. When the felon goes down, everything changes. Ending. The Nine of Cups externally for Alex Whiting. Now, it is the Nine of Cups, but for me, you've got the three figures, 1, 2, 3, plotting in the dark corner of a tavern with this one figure bringing all this information in. To me, this is planning behind the scenes. Internally, guardrails, boundaries, protection. So 2 nines, nines come just before the 10. This is the here and now. Here and now, this is going forward. The 9 of cups, 9 of wands. Justice in the hopes and fears, bringing justice. If you can hear that, that's the cat. Right, the outcome. Investigating the devil, the emperor, and treason. Oh gosh, the emperor going down. Beheading, treason, betrayal, deceit. And then you've got the Queen of Swords coming forward. Queen of Swords is my Harris card. Yep. Watch for Alex Whiting. You've got the destruction here, the 5 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles. So this is about bringing forward an offer, closing the ranks. There are 4 of Pentacles again, holding on to what is important and letting the rest burn. And then you've got the Star of Hope and Healing. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. You've got the Strength card, the Sun card, the Chariot card, the Hermit card. Investigations, military, Sun, Strength. We've got the 4 of Swords, the death of the leader. Everything changes. 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups. 9 of Swords, look at this. This is worse than this card. Everything changes. When the orange twerp goes, everything changes. Watch for Alex Whiting. The RICO going to be huge. So what I want to have a look at, let's have a look. A couple of cards from the predictions deck. Just pop those aside there. It's Alex Whiting going to bring. Now, what I'm not going to have a look at it, but I wanted to mention actually, cryogenics. Now, I was listening to Susan Lynn the other day. One of her videos, can't remember which one it was. Hey, Susan. Actually, I've listened to a few of yours, but I keep falling asleep during them and wake up and it's finished. So I'm going to have to re-listen to them this afternoon on the banana lounge under the tree in the backyard. She mentioned that apparently the orange twerp has been tempted something to do with the cryogenics. Now, if you think of cryogenics, and she mentioned, I haven't even looked anything into this. I've literally written cryogenics down because my guides, when I was chilling out on the couch last night, told me to just write it down. Susan Lynn mentioned that there were many wealthy people who had their bodies or their heads or their whatevers frozen with cryogenics to be resurrected when the time is right, when technology catches up. Now, I hate to tell them that once they pass, there is no resurrecting. The physical flesh could be resurrected, potentially. Yuck. But the actual soul and spirit of the person, the essence of who the person was, it's gone. So it's a huge waste of money. Hate to tell them, it's a huge waste of money. Whatever they're paying to be stored in negative whatever degrees, it's not the flesh. Yeah, go for it. But the actual essence of the human, what is actually makes who they are, it's the spirit, it's gone. There's no point. However, there is this massive fear about with some of these uber wealthy who got their bits frozen. And she was talking about apparently the regime is tempting the orange twerp to have this done. so that he can twaddle off the mortal coil. In other words, to get rid of him. There's this massive fear of, my goodness, is this 80, 70, 80, 90 years? Is this it? This possibly couldn't be it. I hate to tell you, it's not it, but it is not of the flesh that we continue on. It is of the spirit. The spirit is already gone. So to be storing the flesh in anticipation of it being resurrected to be the coming back in spirit, it's just not a thing. I hate to tell them, but it's just not a thing. Anyhow, we'll leave that to them. If they want to waste their money that way, that's up to them. But the predictions deck, Trish James, let's have a look. Alex Whiting, what do we need to know? Alex Whiting with RICO. What's he bringing to the table? Alex Whiting. Alex Whiting. Jack Smith mentioned RICO 5 times. To know Alex Whiting. Okay. Let's have a look. Downgraded. Right, Alex Whiting, downgraded. This is the here and now. What's Alex going to bring? So at the moment, Professor of Law at Harvard, I wouldn't say that was a downgrade, but it's not exactly. Chief ICC prosecutor, sorry, still enjoying my morning coffee with my beautiful mug here. I've actually got 2 of these now because I bought a second one for Mum, brought it home with me. Right, so at the moment he's Alex Whiting. Right, prepare and stock up. Been saying this for months and months and months. Just have basics in your pantry. This is the here and now. What's that card? Big news coming forward in the energy that's stewing in at the moment. Now again, the one I caught with Susan Lynn, she felt an urge to buy water. So I'm getting this as lay low. It's not so much downgraded, but more lay low. Because we still have to go through. We can't go back. There is no going back. In fact, it's further to go back than what it is to go through. And we have to go through. Because if we don't go through and complete this, we will be forced to endure it again. At the base, there is big news coming, some big announcement coming. In the past, solution to the problem, yes, but it's in the past. Oh, thank you. They're telling me that there is a solution to what's happening at the moment, but it needs to reach a certain point. Now, this is telling me about that, and I've put it in my post section a dozen times. Take my word for it. There has been some sort of legislation or legal channel that is in place that can remove the regime, but we have to reach a certain point. So in the past, the solution to the problem, it's there. Trust me. Okay. Moon, no, unclear. Moon, no, unclear. The energy over the situation at the moment. Moon, no, unclear. It's like obscuring or just keeping it on the down low. Let's have a look. Surveillance records. Oh, yes. In the immediate future, surveillance records. Talking about Alex Whiting with the RICO. So the here and now is keeping it on the down low. But we've got, in the past, we've got the solution is there. We just need to go through the steps. In the immediate future, surveillance record. Externally, fake news. Well, we're bloody used to that, aren't we? I mean, goodness me, how they can stand there and lie. lie, look straight in the camera and lie with a straight face about Alex, the young ICU nurse that was gunned down. And yet they're saying, oh, he brandished his weapon and he was planning a massacre. Oh my goodness, he was filming with his phone. Oh boy, but how they can so bold-faced lie, just lie with impunity. So externally, fake news. Internally, going to bring about unexpected results. The regime told you to not believe your eyes and ears. The fake news that is being brought forward is not going to bring the results that they thought, because people, it's the same with Renee Good. It's like really? There are 10 videos showing exactly what happened, and it's the same with Alex, and I do apologise, I didn't write his surname down. The hopes and fears, hiding something. The outcome, heavy floods and rain, submarine underwater, and fire and heat waves. Okay. This is FEMA. Social media going to blow up. Trains and transport uprooted and taken out. The regime being removed. And then we've got the rescue. So, they're telling me a timeline here. They're telling me a timeline here where at the moment, so we've got flooding, heavy rains, submarine underwater. This might be Australia pulling out of AUKUS or pulling out of the submarine deal. Fires and heat waves, which we're having in Australia, but this is telling me summer in summer. Social media is going to blow up. Trains or transport can be trying to flee and removed, and then the rescue occurs. So this is telling us a timeline about when Alex is going to be come to the fore again. So I'm thinking spring, summer is when he's going to be brought back into they said brought back into the fray, but I hope it's not a fray for him when he's going to come forward. And I think what's going to happen is that when this regime is removed, his testimony, the RICO, the laundering, etc., to remove the Congress people, to remove those from office. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Let's keep an eye out for it. Catch you later. Love you.